Alright, this game's called Taggers vs. All for kindergarten to grade 6, and you just need polyspots, and thanks to Derek Hafer for another game idea. So to start, you're going to use the basketball court lines, and you're also going to need polyspots or those lily pads, and you need to write the numbers 1 to whatever number of players you have. So if you have 20 players, you need to write down 1 to 20 on 20 different lily pads. And instead of writing it directly on the pads, you can use sticky notes, write the numbers on the sticky notes, and slap them down onto the lily pads, and you're good to go from there. So in our example, we have 13, so 1 to 13, and the color doesn't actually matter. And we've shuffled them, placed them in a random order along the end. And the players, each runner is going to start on one of the numbers, and the number is their number. They need to know their number and remember their number. And like the game says, taggers versus all, you have a couple players who are the taggers, and they're going to be against the rest of the runners in a class challenge here. And so what happens is they call out three numbers. 1, 3, and 10 were called. So those players are going to then try and run across. Now, as a teacher for the younger groups, you might want to call out the numbers instead of the players themselves, but I'll leave that up to you. So 1, 3, and 10 were called. Those players are going to run across and try not to get tagged. And we see one player got tagged. Any player who's tagged must go into the jail along the side. And the taggers go back to the middle. And one more thing you might want to do is write down on a whiteboard, if you have, just keep track of the numbers that were called so they don't get called again. And then when they're ready, they'll call out three new numbers: 4, 12, and 6. So those players, 4, 12, and 6, they need to run across and try and not get caught. And we see in this case, two players were caught. So those players need to go into the jail. And between each run, you can, as a teacher, to increase some motivation, yell out the score. So score is 3-3. So three players got caught, but three made it across. Remember, it's taggers versus all. So then the taggers go back to the middle, and don't forget to record the numbers on the side that were called out. And it goes on and on like that. So we're just going to boost ahead till the end here to see the result. All the numbers were called at this point, and we have 8 players there at the bottom and 5 players on the side. So it looks like the taggers won this round, 8-5, and that's really it. Then you'd switch up the taggers, shuffle up the numbers, give each player a new number, and so on and so forth. And thanks, Derek, for this game idea.